Hello and welcome back to episode 56 of St Albans FC Take to the Skies. We're back once again for the Colchester game today. We're approaching the end of the season and it's been a good season. So since you were last with us, we have only won one game. We drew with York, lost to Leyton Orient, drew with Northampton, drew with Cambridge, lost to Scunthorpe, got a win against Chesterfield in the 90th minute, and then we drew with Oldham, although they equalised in the 93rd minute, which was very disappointing. Today we've got Colchester and Crewe, and then we'll be playing through to the end of the season after this, and on Wednesday we'll have our final game and the season review. We're sat 14th in the league. As you can see, we're 6 points away from 13th, so bit of we're just going to be mid-table, really. In theory, we can still finish in the playoffs or in the relegation zone, but 11 points away from the relegation zone, we should be more than enough to be safe. And what's that? 13 points from the playoffs. Realistically, that's not going to happen either. So, mid-table, very happy with that. If we can sneak into the top half, that would be fantastic. But I think we'll be just into the lower half of the table. But fantastic first season, particularly considering the start we had when we were looking very poor. Before we get into the game against Colchester, I just want to say if you're enjoying the content on the channel, please do subscribe down below. As mentioned on Saturday, the Unknown to World Known is winding down to an end. It's probably going to be this Saturday will be the final episode, depending on how the Champions League run goes. But that's kind of what I'm going for. If we can end it this week, then we've got a bit of time before we get into the new content on the channel, mainly F1 2021. But for now, let's get into this game. Lineup for today's game, we've got Knightbridge in goal, a back three of Phillips, Quinn and Martinez, Williams and Laird are the wing-backs, Torre and Woods in midfield, Cotterill on the right, Mathurin on the left and Bennett as the striker. Of course, Bennett on loan to us, he's got 18 goals this year, so he has come in and done quite a good job for us. Hopefully we can get back next year. Early on we've got a throw in, Williams goes to Cotterill. Back to Williams, who crosses it in. Mathurin catches it on the volley and sends it just wide. And now it's a throw-in for Colchester. It's headed away by Laird, and Clarkson's going to go and collect that. Mathurin putting some pressure on. A poor pass back has gone to Bennett, who plays it back to Williams in a bit of space. Transfer across here. And it took a deflection, and then Abbey has stuck his foot in on Cotterill, who's gone down. And it's a penalty. Bennett stepping up and buries it 1-0 to St Albans. It was a stonewall penalty. And also, can we talk about the amount of fans that we get into these games, considering, we're in League 2. We've been struggling for, we were getting quite low attendances. We seem to be filling out the ground a lot more now. Throw in again for Colchester. Hopefully this one can go as well as the last one did for us. Cotterill clears it out towards Mathurin, but Bolton is back there to collect. Mathurin with a good tackle, but it only goes to Corbett for Colchester. And then he goes out to Bolton. Dobbin in space on the right-hand side. Plays it Bolton. Lots of space for a cross. Quinn rises, though, and heads it away. Clarkson plays it back to Liddell. And then back to Clarkson over the top for Corbett, who swapped to the other wing. And his shot just too powerful for Knightbridge. If we're being critical, Knightbridge probably should save that when it's that close to him. There was a lot of power on it, but if a shot comes at you, you would like to see it saved, and that's a little bit poor. Mathurin with a corner, sends it in. Bennett has put it into an empty net, basically. I don't know what the keeper was doing. He half came for the ball, and then just stood in no man's land, and somehow Bennett's volleyed the ball in because the defenders marking him just fell asleep. 2-1. So at half time, we've had much better of the game, really, and we're going well. Hopefully, it can continue in the second half and we can get another game to try and kill this one off. Goal kick for Colchester. Collins sends it out to their right hand side. Dobbin heads it on, but Quinn collects it, and then we're going to play it out from the back. Martinez goes long. Bennett heads it on, but not really to anyone. Bolton and Coughlin plays it forward. Quinn heads it back to Bennett once again. This time he's got a bit more support. Plays it to Cotterill, who I'm not sure if that was a shot or a deflected cross, but it was poor. And then we're straight back in with a throw in for Colchester, and it's headed back in, and Liddell has had it fall kindly to him, and just throwing it in, throwing it into the mixer really, and it just fell nicely for Colchester. Unfortunately, here you had the good clearance from from Martinez. Clarkson heads it back in. Phillips has missed it poorly. That looked a lot worse from that angle. That's a disappointing goal to concede. We now have a throw-in on the left-hand side. Laird goes to Mathurin, to Woods on the edge. Cross goes in, and it's headed away from Cotterill, but Williams is going to collect it. Plays it short to Cotterill, who drills it in, and Bennett hits it, but it's straight at the keeper. And it's gone out for a corner. Mathurin's going to send this one in. And he goes towards Bennett at the far post, and the keeper's tipped it onto the bar, I think. Cotterill plays it back to Mathurin, who sends it back in. Bennett tries to head down for Torre. Phillips then collects it and plays it to Mathurin, who's going to try and take on his man. And he's actually tackled. Cotterill collects it, though. And he goes, Williams. Abbey clears it away, and Phillips collects it. But we're straight back in with another highlight. Williams goes short to Cotterill. And then Williams plays it inside to Torre, who plays it to Bennett. Then Cotterill's shot's blocked as well, and it's cleared away. Ingram's breaking for Colchester, and then goes backwards to Corbett. Inside to Clarkson, out to Dobbin on the right. We've slowed down their counter, and then Laird with a fantastic tackle, and then another block. Mathurin now breaking away, and then there's kind of a double tackle there between him and Clarkson as the ball goes out of play. Going to make our first changes. We're going to send Lopez on for Cotterill, and we'll also send Smith on in midfield for Woods. Throwing on the left now, Laird goes to Mathurin. Smith plays a long ball across to the other side of the pitch. Lopez collects it, but then his cross is blocked by Abbey. He gets a better cross in this time, and the keeper spilled it, but Bolton clears it away. Torre plays it back to Lopez, who tries to find Bennett, and the shot is held by the keeper. And then he's eventually going to kick it. Goes out to the right-hand side for us, where Williams is there to collect it all alone. Plays it forward to Lopez, who's going to cut inside. He's got Mathurin on his left, uses Laird, who cuts inside, gets a shot off, but it hits Bennett. Smith plays it to Lopez, back to Mathurin. Laird hits the bar. And our final change is going to be the return of Fidel O'Rourke on for Mathurin, to see if he can light up the game on his return. Lopez is attacking on the right-hand side here. Sends the cross in. Bennett's beaten in the air. Torre and Smith collect it, though. And then Smith goes back to Williams on the right. He's quite inside and blasts it into the top corner. And our right wing back just might have scored the goal that's going to allow us to pick up a win here. Smith picks him out, and nobody really looks too concerned about him, and then just lets fire, and keeper didn't look like he was ready for it. Finds the top corner. Brilliant goal. A late highlight here. Bolton goes short to Clarkson. He then goes long over the top. Ingram's there, but Knightbridge is going to collect that. And we did have a recent mistake from Knightbridge, so hopefully that won't be happening again now. He throws it out to Williams, who's got a lot of space to work with. Plays it short to Lopez, inside to Bennett, who spreads play out to the left. Laird inside to Smith. Ball through to Bennett, and it's wrapped up 4-2 as Bennett gets his 21st of the season and his hat-trick for today. And it has been a wonderful performance from Bennett. He sets this play in motion as well, and then Smith with a brilliant through ball. Bennett buries it, and what a result. And final moments here. Torres just decided to try and break someone's leg for no reason in the 94th minute. The free kick's going to come in from Clarkson. Plays it short to Coughlin and back to Clarkson. Coughlin out to Ballo. Abbey, Ingram, back to Abbey, and Ingram was offside. That's going to be full time as well. So a 4-2 win. However, a very frustrating red card right at the end that we will be telling Torre off for, which is a shame because I like Torre. He's one of my favourite players at the club at the minute, and he's got the potential to be with us for a number of years because he can be a championship player potentially, I think. So, not nice when you see him do something like that, but hopefully with a bit of a fine he'll not do things like that, and we have got somebody to replace him for the Crew game. And for the Crew game, we've got a back three of Phillips, Quinn and York. Williams and Laird are the fullbacks once again. Morris as the holding midfielder. And O'Rourke starts on the left for us. Goal kick for Knightbridge. We're nearly 18 minutes into the game. He goes long to Bennett, who brings it down very nicely. Lays it off to Cotterill. Wasn't the best pass, but it paid off. Cotterill goes inside to Williams. He cuts back to Morris, who shoots from range, and the keeper has spilt it, similar to what Knightbridge did in the last game. A hell of a strike from Morris, but similar to Knightbridge, you'd say the keeper should be saving that, really, but it doesn't matter for us. And also the defender on the line as well. But 1-0 to St Albans, we'll take it. Throwing on the right, Williams goes short to Cotterill. Back to Williams, transfer across here. Gets past his man, plays it to Cotterill. Oh, and it's hit the defender, I think. And wrong-footed the keeper, which means Cotterill has made it 2-0. Although I would put that down as an own goal the way it went in. But Williams cut inside, plays it back to Cotterill. Yeah, it's hit the defender in the back. I'd say that's an own goal because of the way it run-footed the keeper, but it's 2-0. Parks with a throw-in for Crew, plays it to Palmer. He goes back to Pepe, and then across to Patton. Wilson is tackled by Laird, but it goes back to Patton, and then Palmer through ball for Scully, and he is denied by the goalkeeper. I wonder if that's Scully of Lincoln City, unknown to world-known fame. Palmer with the cross. Phillips heads it away. And Malanga's first there. Played back to Cohen. Half-time, it's 2-0 to St Albans. We're doing well in this game. Stats-wise, it looks fairly even, but we've took our chances very well. I did have a quick look as well. It is not Scully of it's not Scully of Lincoln City fame, I should say. It's a new gen, so no relation as far as I'm aware. Throwing on the left, Laird goes short to York, back to Laird, and a ball over the top towards Bennett, but it's intercepted. Woods collects it and plays it short to Morris. He goes out to Laird, back to Woods, and then he goes to Morris. Bennett cuts round his man. Oh, and Bennett misses the finish. That was a great bit of play. Palmer with the cross now. York heads it away, and I'm not sure who that is. It was Woods trying to beat Malanga to the ball, and then Patton to Langston through for Mwanga, and What a block. I think that was Quinn getting back and getting a block in there. Williams goes short to Morris, straight to Pepe, and Mwanga with a chance to attack. Phillips misses his tackle. Evans now collects it. Laird's there to close him down. Cross comes in. York heads away. And then Woods and Laird deal with it. Play a long ball forward to Bennett, who's one-on-one with the keeper. And he's not taking his chance again. We're going to bring Bennett off for Rolt. It's not due to that miss. He's just knackered. And we'll also bring Woods off for Smith for similar reason. And our final change, we're going to send Sanders on for Ethan Laird. He's on a booking and knackered, so we'll give him a rest for the rest of the game. Throw in for Crew. Parks goes to Palmer, but Morris intercepts it and then gives it straight back to them. Wins it back again and gives it straight back to them and wins it back again. Morris now drills a cross in. It's cleared away by Cohen, but Phillips collects it. And then he nearly loses possession. Plays it inside to Morris. And then Phillips to Williams. Long ball over the top. Rolt's going to go out and collect that. He's been replaced in the middle, but the cross goes outside the box to no one. Evans is now on the ball. He plays it back to Wilson. And O'Rourke has decided, similar to Torre, he's going to snap someone. Why are you doing that? Why? Nothing we can do to replace him, but looks like telling them we were disappointed didn't work. We're going to throw the bottle at O'Rourke. From that free kick, Wilson has it headed straight back to him by Quinn. And then he tries to switch the play. Williams has stepped up well to intercept there. And gets a little bit of luck as he goes past Mitford. And then he plays it inside to Morris. Cotterill back on the ball. Cross the box. And Smith with a fantastic finish. And despite being down to 10 men, we make it 3-0 to St Albans. And that one was a very nice finish. As he cuts it back, Morris and Williams get it to Cotterill. Lays it across the box. And Smith with a fantastic finish. Mitford throws it short to Palmer. Then cross goes into the box. York heads away. Clark plays it short to Pepe. Back to Clark, who shoots from range, and that's a fantastic goal to make it 3-1. But it should be late enough in the game that it won't matter. Which is why I don't mind saying how good of a strike it was. Because if that was equaliser, I would be fuming. But it's a very good hit, to be fair to him. And we have seen the game out. A 3-1 win. We're going to tell them we got what we wanted. Well done. And then O'Rourke, throw water bottle. Very disappointed. He's demotivated. You got a 5.9 and a red card. Shut up. That's all. Let's head back to look at the fixture list and see where we're coming back. And as you already know, we'll be back for the Southend game on the final day of the season in what has been a fantastic season for us. We're sat in 14th at the moment. We're still 6 points off the top half, but at this stage I'm happy with where we are. We've got Bolton, Notts County, Plymouth. So Plymouth are in the from automatic promotion slots at the minute. We could have a bit of an impact on that, as well as the playoff finale with Notts County there. Bolton and Southend are kind of dead matches. Nothing's going to happen there. Although Bolton have got a shout of the playoffs, actually, looking at it. Have we guaranteed a spot in the league? We have now guaranteed we're a League 2 team for another year. We're going to fine O'Rourke, not appeal the ban again. And little quick look at our contracts expiring at the end of the season. A lot of people are expiring at the end of the season. We can ignore the guys on loan, but all those guys are on contracts that are expiring. And looking down the list, I'd like to keep Wilson for another year. Laird, definitely. Martinez may well stay for another year. It depends who we can get. Brunt will probably be letting go now. Lopez will be staying. Theo will be staying. We've actually just offered a contract to him. Hefzala will be staying. Louise. Other than that, Cotterill, Quinn, and Phillips all staying. But quite a few players might be leaving once again this year, and hopefully we'll be getting. We're guaranteed £112,000 in our budget for next season, and I don't plan to spend much of that. I think I'll put most of it into the wage budget. I don't really want to spend money this summer, and hopefully we'll not have to sell much either. Yeah, particularly Torre. We've got him on a contract until 29. He is kind of the player I want to build this team around because he's got so much potential there. I think he can be a fantastic player for years to come. And the other one that I'd like to keep is Tommy York. Obviously, he's on loan again, but hopefully we can keep bringing him back. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Comment your prediction for the final few games of the season. Subscribe if you're enjoying the content on the channel. Let me know if you're excited for F1 2021 content coming to the channel. And thank you very much for watching.